Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Nosed Derby Podcast. Look at that. I remember how to do it.
And I'm already losing it. And you just started it.
Already.
Oh my God. You did. You remember the intro today. Not so much last week.
It's been a minute.
Last episode, we talked. We had a little bit of downtime. Really not a whole lot going on with holidays and such.
That shit's over.
Yes, and now
It's fucking go time.
Yeah, now it is go time. I got to watch a hell of a derby at Grigsville.
Everybody said it was killer.
That shit was turned all the way up. From the youth class all the way to the street stock class.
I seen the kid that won the car from Austin and them. Looked like he did pretty good.
He drove very smart.
It's not what the side of his car said.
The side of the car was a little bit different. It did say lucky.
Yeah. It's pretty cool that it come down to two buddies beating on each other, though.
He drove very smart for what he had compared to what he was running against. Because little dude who won it was the one who took Mad Dog at Peoria with Gary Robinson in the passenger seat again. I was super impressed. The kid's last name was Ingram. He ran at Peoria. Probably a minute into it, he went to grab the gear and grab the steering wheel, and the next thing we know, the entire stern shaft is on the dash. It came out of the box.
That's not normal.
Haven't we talked about that before, too?
We have.
So it came out of the box. So they throw the red flag, they get the stern shaft out of the car, throw it over the dirt, and he wheeled that bitch down to third. With no steer. I mean, zero.
Not even anything to hold on to.
No, he was holding on to the A pillar. And then
That's
he was holding on
sometimes
to the
not a
center
good,
bar.
good place to be holding
It wasn't.
on to.
But he wheeled that fucker down. I mean, I was very impressed. I don't think that was his first rodeo or his first year in it.
Well, we all know that running at Peoria doesn't mean a fucking thing because I run out there too and I still ain't worth a fuck.
And there were some guys that ran out there that, didn't have very good luck in Peoria and then turned around and had real good luck at Grigsville. PJ Snore ran street stocks. He got into a car a little bit more to his liking, new style Ford. He took the win, snooted way up, turning the balls off of it.
He wouldn't have gave a fuck if he won or not.
Oh, no.
If the car was junk, he was happy.
He junked. I think he parked on somebody's roof sign again.
He's been bitching. We're supposed to go talk to him sometime.
Yeah, I talked to him at Peoria, and we were trying to do something for Spring X, and then some asshole ain't going because, he's got to work and shit.
You're telling me. I can't get away from that shit.
But, hey, you get to sleep in your bed.
At this point, does it fucking matter?
You might not get to sleep in there very long, but at least it's your bed.
Start sleeping in that fucking sprayer, I guess.
But overall, killer show at Grigsville. That's a hell of a way for
Austin and them to kick that shit off.
that Southern Number 9 tour to start. I'd say it's just the beginning of it, and I'd say it's going to get better.
Did you watch any of the stuff from Hot Springs?
I did not.
Decent show.
We did speak on that. They changed the format a little bit.
They did, and Palmer's got him a crew together down there now. He had CJ again. I mean, they were calling shit down there this year. I mean, it was.
The thing it looks like is these promoters are. I'm not saying.
It's fucking consistency. That's where
it's
you're
very
going
consistent, and you're talking about guys who, when it comes to like new style Fords.
Well, in an 80s and newer class, that's what you need.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, no offense to the people that know them, but who gives a fuck if you know what an old iron, where they're cheating those at. In an 80s and newer class, you need techs that are fucking new style Ford, metric GM, shit like that. I mean, because that's what you're going to see show up.
Yes. But I think it wasn't a 5 o'clock in the morning deal.
No.
Stop it.
No,
and start it again at 8 in the morning.
No.
The next, that Sunday.
No. They were turning shit up down there. It looked like a good time. I'd like to go back again. I'm telling you. I went that one year with Tommy, and shit was a little slow, but the heats and stuff were fucking phenomenal. Like, you got to watch Harry Hatton and all that. I mean, them dudes fucking drive.
Oh, yeah, Harry. Yeah, he's a wheel dude. Without a doubt. I don't know. You've gone to the south. I've been to the north route.
Right.
The heavier cars.
Which in the business that we're in right here, that's kind of what needs to happen.
Yeah. As long as it's
divide and conquer.
But it's hard for me to divide and conquer when some of these shows are bigger type shows. Some assholes got to schedule their local stuff.
Right.
At the same times. And then I don't pay any attention to the schedule. You gonna announce it? Yeah, I will. It's weekend. Tell me, son of a bitch.
When was it?
June 14th, maybe.
I heard that's moving.
There's a possibility of it.
No, I heard for a fact today.
Okay. Because I made that phone call.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to tell you right now, you're stupid if you don't move it. Do you think? Yeah, I don't think I know.
Yep.
So.
Well, the weekend before that, no, 2 weekends before that, right? Whatever the fucking 2nd and 3rd is.
June 2nd and 3rd?
Yeah. We're going to Nebraska.
Yes. Had to think about that for a second.
And hopefully, if everything falls into place, we'll be hauling car with us.
Going to Border Wars, we have spoke on that. We've talked to the guys. We understand we've got a lot of buddies that are going to Pecatonica.
I tried to get a spot.
Yeah.
I did. I tried to get a spot to Peck. And Sam he tried for me. I mean, he made some phone calls to see if somebody had a stock spot open.
I saw the stock list, dude. I don't recognize hardly any of those guys, so I'm guessing that may be closer up to the Chicago area.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I wanted to try again.
Yeah.
I'll get in there again. We'll worry about that later. But there was a couple guys that weren't going to be able to make it to Border Wars from Missouri, and I had a couple people contact me and ask if I'd bring a car. Fuck it. I mean, I told them, I was like, I can be another car. I don't know how much help I'll be, but I can be another car there.
That is the format there. Another car is just.
Well, that's what they're going to get.
Oh yeah, it's an advantage.
I'm going to have to Flintstone power that bitch in there.
Well, maybe Dino will bet you again that you won't get
that
it.
That motherfucker never paid on the last one.
Well, call his ass out.
Just did.
Dino Fisher. You owe Steven Adams a hundo.
Well, he's got a shifter up there that I haven't paid him for, so.
Trade. We said that this thing, now it's going to really start rolling. Well, when this airs, a lot of guys will be leaving to go to Champaign/Urbana, Illinois.
Yep.
For Spring X. We just got a couple of guys sitting over here with us that are making that trip. You would call them our southern brethren. Yeah.
Right down the
road. We talked to...
One of them fucked me on a lower cradle.
We have already talked to Austin Schaefer. He was making the trip. We did not say who the other two were, but by Thursday when this thing airs...
Fuck it. People are going to know.
Yeah. They probably already know. They just
names
don't
are on
say
the fucking list anyway.
Well, one of them's so fucking big time, he's on the Derby Icons page letting it eat in the back field. At least he didn't get it buried this time.
It's because I was driving.
Are you saying Landon's a little bit more easy-footed?
Well, you're not going to introduce him.
I feel like they know us by now.
We've got Cody Irwin.
Oh.
I wanted to do it just to see you perk up. We've got Cody Hendren and Landon Wynn in the house with us this evening. Gentlemen, We caught you guys right before Mother's Day team show last year.
Right.
That was one of the first 10 episodes. Different platform, different guys.
And Cody's been on here since then.
Cody has been on here once. I got to go to his shop by myself because your ass was working. But this is what I'm going to say in those air quotations. Big show. This is your first one.
Well, that might hurt Steven's feelings.
Yeah.
I said
Cocksucker.
air quotations.
People don't forget.
How'd the build go, guys?
It looked like quick.
Yeah. It was, and actually me and Landon both said that it's kind of nice. Like you guys been there, you've seen what we build. I mean, it's not we don't have the cleanest stuff, but we enjoy building old iron. Well, we've been building old iron for the last 3 years. And this was the first time I got back in a new style in a while, and there wasn't no rust in the floors.
No Flintstone power.
Right, and it's definitely a lot. This is probably the lightest build I've ever built to, honestly, and it was actually pretty enjoyable, really.
We were talking about that shit before we went to Whiskey City. Like, we were building on my car, and the week, I guess it was about a week and a half before we went, my car was done, and we were all kind of standing around because we were still doing shit to Micah's car. And I was like, man, what? Like, there's got to be something else that we need to be doing to this. And Derek's like, nope, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe it is done.
Yeah, me and Lana really, dissected the rules as far as we really could. And, we went over the list. We went over the rules and checkmarked everything we've done and checkmarked them 2 or 3 times to make sure we've done everything possible we can do. But, yeah, it's not like it was a rushed build or anything. We did take our time and make sure we did everything right. But, there's only so much you can do to these bone stock cars.
Yeah, it's like 3/4 of a page of rules. That's all
Right.
you're allowed to do. So,
Because that's the thing with Taylor and Josh and them guys is they'll tell you if it doesn't say you can do it, doesn't mean you can do it.
Right.
yeah.
That's where they try to get rid of that gray area
Right.
of hey, it's not in this rule. Doesn't mean you just go fucking
Well,
do
we
it.
went up there last year, and that was a fucking badass show.
Oh, dude.
It was a good fucking time. Like, the atmosphere was killer. It was outside. It was nice. It was plenty warm.
Oh yeah, it was damn near 80.
Yeah, but it was fucking nice. The beer garden was right there. It was,
You had all your vendors.
yeah.
And
It
LR was up there.
Yeah, it was fucking
Cannonball
cool.
was up
Yeah.
there. And if you can't get to the show to watch it, you can definitely get on derbytees.tv.
Yeah.
You can rent one day, both days, whatever.
If
Have
you
you-
were rent it, I would rent
Have you
both.
seen, well, I think you talked about it in your last podcast, the team driving list?
Yeah.
In the words of Steven. Oof.
Yeah.
I'm just as excited to watch them guys get it on as me.
Well, have
running,
you all
honestly.
been watching any of the teasers on that?
A little.
Did you get to see the EPR hit? You remember last year, whenever he
Yeah.
just fucking annihilated that car?
And we spoke on it, but we watched that here at the house. And you look at, we have spoke 2 opposite complete ends of the built spectrum. One pushing as far as you can push, another one not so
Building
much.
to the lighter end of the rules. Not saying they're not within the rules, and not saying they're underbuilt, but there's people like what you just said. You dissected the fucking rules. Well, there's people that don't do that. They just look at them. This is what I can do. That's what they take. They're the ones that show up and they go through tech the first time. Or they don't have to argue with the techs whenever they get there.
Correct.
But they're still clean builds.
Mhm.
They're just not to the top part of the rules.
Yeah, I felt sorry for Homeboy's carburetor.
Yeah, I think that was about a 30-second heat last year.
It was.
It was pretty
It
wild.
was.
And to be honest with you, that's what we wanted to do. I mean, we could have been one of them 30-second heats, but we wanted to. There was 4 of us. Austin was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you know the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to go run the team show. Well, the 4th man wanted to go up and watch. I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm down with that. But one night I was grilling, and Lane was like, well, let's have a reason to go. He's like, let's sign up for this bone stock. I was like, you want to do it? And so that's what we did. So the reason why we're running the bone stock is to go up there and watch the team show, so we can kind of get a feel for what we may be doing next year.
Stephen hit on that the other day. I
don't think you should just jump in.
Not very many people do.
No, and not have a lot of success.
That's the fucking way I'd rather do it, because I don't know.
You find out the hard way.
100%. I guess I'm still learning, but
what do you say? You don't lose, you learn.
Right.
And that's. But yeah,
we might learn stuff in this bone stock class. You know what I mean?
I promise you.
Well, it was like the whole Whiskey City deal. Like, I mean, yeah, I was disappointed I got shoved on the dirt, but still, that was one of the best cars I've ever built, as far as that stocker build on that shit. Because I brought back a straight fucking car that took 2 decent fucking hits
Of clearing the core support.
Yeah, and I mean, other than the radiator and pulling the core support out on it, I mean, you've seen the car. It's still
way usable.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I would have liked to have seen how it played out.
Yeah.
Well, I get what was out there. Probably wasn't going to win the motherfucker, but
no, and that's all we can ask for. We just want to be competitive. I'm like I asked. You seen the driver's list for even the bone stock class?
Mm-hmm.
There's some big names.
Oh yeah.
Just in the bone stock class.
Yeah, it's
So I just want to be able, and Lane can say the same. I'm sure we just want to be competitive. That's our main thing.
Just want to go have a good time, be competitive.
I should have talked to you guys way before I even looked at a hotel, because these dudes are smart. They Airbnb'd it.
Yeah, it's called the Love Shack.
Yeah, man.
The walls are pink. Yeah.
are you sure you should have talked to them?
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
We're not going to be taking Bud Light either, so don't get any wrong ideas.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, nope. The Yingling
Didn't make a sound.
didn't make a single sound.
Disappointing.
But yeah, it's going to be a party at our house. Blake's going up there with us. Schaefer's staying with us. We got Party Animal, Landon going with us. Yeah. So it'll be a good time.
The party animal.
I don't have time to party.
Well, here's one deal. You guys are going. The first 35 car bone stock filled up that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was the last 3.
There
there was 4 spots left.
Yeah.
We got
You
3
got
of the last
4.
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does Taylor do? Taylor opens up another 35 car bone stock feature. You don't have to work on your shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to run heats. It's just go out and do what you can do.
I don't know if I'd want to work on a bone stock car. I know what's going to happen.
Now, if you do remember, kind of back when you started, that's kind of where it was at.
Yep. Except for we had full crate. I mean, we had full cradles and stuff then.
Yeah. But, what you could do and what you couldn't do to the frames,
Right.
That's a pretty big change. That's that part of that progression that we hit on so much, where it started, where it was 20 years ago to what it is now. I mean, it's just insane. We did talk before we hit the go button. There was a show that was supposed to be last weekend in Davenport, Iowa, that got canceled due to rain. A couple guys reached out to Taylor, and he is having Blizzard Bash mod cars as well. He is having Bash for Cash mod cars as well. One and done. It's a $200 entry. 100% payback.
What have we said?
And he did say that
Finger,
Pulse And he did say that if there was enough cars there, that is my asshole son who cannot be quiet.
I felt the fucking door squeaks.
Y'all see what I live with? Well, y'all wonder why I'm an asshole.
I've
But-
never wondered that.
He knows us all.
But Taylor actually said, if he can get the cars, then he's probably going to kick some money into it too.
Yeah, we've been watching that pretty closely. And we're just as excited about watching that as we are.
We
the
were
team
talking
show.
who
Yeah.
some of the people
Yeah.
are going to be going,
Yeah, right.
and it's
Some local guys, hopefully, show
so.
up.
What I'm hoping, if these guys drive like I wanted them to drive at Blizzard Bash.
Oh, I think they're going to.
Oh, I'm sure you're
I
going to
don't.
see that.
No, I don't think there's any question.
Somebody might get dead.
I think it'll be a hard-hitting, action-packed class for sure.
Which they did run them last year. Man, they would hit. Oh God, they just hit, and you just see the cars just shudder. Nothing bent. I mean, you could just see the vibration all the way through from the front to the back, and it just we always said
It's about steering and
correct.
whose motor can hold up the longest. basically.
mod car, the cars don't bend. Something's going to, and that's your
Right.
happy ass is sitting in that seat. But it's not just the team list for the 4-on-4. You've got a two-man van team show. You've got a two-man compact team show. There's actually a two-man extreme class with spouses.
Do some divorces.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Sunday, there's gonna be a lot of file divorces.
But everybody knows
Somebody might steal this after I say it, but if I have another derby, I'd already thought about that. Everybody wanted me to have one of those two-man extremes. I'm going to do it with a fucking Gecko class.
Oh god,
Oh, God.
Swear to God.
be something.
And I'm going to throw like fucking $2,500 at it.
Me and Landon tried that two-man extreme. It wasn't for us.
It's not for us, no.
Me and Landon was fighting in the car. Can you imagine what me and my wife would be doing? And me and Landon get along like,
brothers.
yeah. We're better than brothers, really.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Because
thing.
I don't feel bad when I smack my brothers around,
You're jumpy enough that she could like scare the shit out of you in that car somehow and straighten you right the fuck up.
See, I would have an issue, like, I would have to let my wife drive. Like, she would have to have the steering wheel.
She'd have to have the wheel.
100%.
Yeah, because you can woe it down. If it's
Yeah.
not going in that correct spot,
Yeah.
you can woe it down.
Uh-huh.
If the shoe is on the other foot,
100%.
no,
I
not
know
so
exactly
much.
what she would do. She would hold the motherfucker to the floor and freeze there. That's where she would be at. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're going that way.
It could. I mean, this could be actually really cool to watch.
I think it will be exciting.
You know how many bitch
I'd like to
slaps
say-
are going to be from the
See,
women to the
this
guys.
is where the homosexual community
Oh my gosh!
would benefit.
Oh, that's not right.
We're non-discriminatory here. We don't discriminate. I'm just saying.
It would be an advantage.
There's no Bud Light on this table. No Bud Light on this table.
I didn't say anything about transvestites.
So how's that work? You got to provide a marriage license or what?
I identified as married.
Oh my God.
I think they have to watch you suck his dick.
Oh, no.
Oh no, they're definitely gay. I see it. That kind of makes you gay because you watched it.
We said no politics, but I've never said nothing about the life.
But I didn't say there's anything wrong with it.
You just don't want to partake in it. So, 80s and newer. 35 car bone stock, Spring X. Car's done. Car's been done for a while.
Landon's isn't done.
Other than a little bit of issue, that's why we have talked in the past. Most guys, when they get the car done, they go out and they beat it. Just to make sure no stupid shit is going to go wrong.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
You guys use a field.
Yeah.
Whether it's chisel plowed, as long as there's nothing planted in it at that point in time, you guys can pretty much go do whatever you want. Cody has buried his cars out there before.
We both have.
More than once. But you figured out you have a transmission issue.
Yeah, and it's a good thing because it took it 10 minutes before it showed itself.
Because that would have showed itself when they were down to
He
about
was-
14 cars.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was a lot harder on his than I was mine, and it's a good thing he was.
Hey, if it's gonna blow up, it's gonna blow up before we leave. There ain't no point in going there and blowing it up.
Correct. Yeah. So that's one of those, no matter what you've done to it, crossed every T, dotted every I, double check, triple check, quadruple check, you still had a part malfunction that could have cost you
Yeah.
a pretty decent payday.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You beat the shit out of yours. No hiccups, no.
There was one hiccup last night. I changed the oil. It had break-in. It's a fresh motor, so I had break-in oil, so I went ahead and changed it last night. Well, while I was under there changing the oil, I was looking at everything, make sure everything's tight, And I look over, and there's a rust hole in the side of the frame. It was the paint must have covered it. It must have been rusty on the outside. You know what I mean? It rusted from the inside out. I guess whenever I was jumping across the terraces, it was just a hairline crack right on the side of the box where they always rust, but this one was supposed to be a 9 out of 10. I paid good money for it, good car. Black frame, but it rusted from the inside out. Well, it showed its face, but I got it patched last night, so everything's good.
So now we just, hopefully everything goes good there. No matter the outcome, whether you win it, first 5 out, what's the rest of your summer plans look like? Which we've talked, and I've had people blowing us up on my personal page of, man, you guys are right. Why in the fuck is everybody being so secretive where they're gonna go? He's like, and I have, Steven said, last 10 days of Snapchats, just bare frames everywhere through Snapchat, but nobody says where they're gonna go. Your guys aren't really like that. I kind of, being from around here, I know where you guys usually run.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone around here does. Do you guys have a pretty solid schedule of what's going to partake for summer fun?
We have a pretty good idea. We're hoping we can bring the bone stock cars back. They only have 2 plates on them, so even if the bumper's chest high, we can pull it down, put 6 plates on it. It's not going to be it's going to be to the bottom end of the rules for around here, for the stock rules, but we figure we put the time and money into them. We're going to try to take them again when we bring them back. That's our hopes. With 4 more plates, we should be able to fix just about anything. Unless we do get to the top 10, which if I get to the top 10 and the car's trashed, I'll be happy, But we're hoping we can bring them back, fix them, and maybe run one of the local shows that come pretty close after that.
Which I'm not going to put you on blast. I'm not. We have
He
personally.
says that shit all the time right
But-
before we put somebody on blast.
It's cool. It's cool.
No, it is, but it's not. We actually spoke this winter. And I'm pretty sure we talked on the last podcast that I had with you. That's when you spend your winter building.
Right. 100%. Like, I've already seen the reality. It's not summer yet, but it is warming up, and my schedule takes a dramatic change. So I can't really. After about March, there ain't much shop time left.
That's when work gets full tilt retard.
I'm anxious to see how this fucking Border Wars build goes. Because my schedule, is just open as fuck. I've got all the time in the fucking world.
It's just a street stock.
It's different than...
It's different. It's almost to a light weld in without all the protectors.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But I did make some contacts about maybe somebody doing the front end of it. And then
I was hoping that text
then
was
I-
sent.
I made another call about maybe somebody doing the back. And then I might have made another phone call about somebody doing the center end. So hopefully by the time all these phone calls that I made are done, all I gotta do is put a motor and transmission in it.
Are you at least gonna mount the pedals and the shifter and shit, or
No.
That's part of the
No
center.
problem with the pedals last fucking
No, I can put my bolt-in shit in. I just need somebody to build the car for me. And then if I can find somebody to drive that bitch, that would...
that probably wouldn't be an issue. If you didn't want to drive it, I'm pretty sure I can make 4 phone
Well, fuck
calls.
that
and-
after all those text messages I sent and the fucking dollar amounts they sent back. I'm sitting in the seat of that motherfucker.
Oh my!
That'll be the most I've ever spent on one of these motherfuckers.
Twicey.
Pay to play.
That's right.
Sounds like I need to go get an education somewhere.
How much different was this build compared to the stock rules that you guys usually run around here?
Go ahead, Landon. I'm going to drink this beer.
They're
He's drinking Yingling too.
They're pretty
Oh,
similar.
what did you shake it up?
He did not shake it
I
up.
did
He
not
just
shake it
handed it to you.
Whoa! I just pissed my pants.
Somebody get him a towel.
No, I'll be all right.
Hold on, I'll get you a towel.
No, they're pretty similar on some aspects. They're lighter in others. Bolting, cross member, no down tubes. All you get's 9 wire to the frame. No creasing.
Oh, that fucking down
That-
tube
that-
thing is a...
That's
Wow.
that's the one rule that really kind of sketches me out on it being a light.
Right.
I mean,
You need to take him out there and show him my car after Chad Bostic got on the side of that bitch.
oh, I know what they'll do with down tubes in them.
Yeah.
So
Well, mine had 2 down tubes in it, the front ones, but my halo and shit didn't go to the floor. Well, whenever he hit me in the fucking side, it pushed the driver's side door out probably 6 inches.
we both had that happen with 4 down tubes in them.
Which, I mean, it didn't fuck with me at all, but,
Yeah.
Correct.
you could see where that shit had been moving.
Yeah.
Like, after I got out of the car, I was like, motherfuck.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, other than those few rules that are a little lighter, it's not a whole lot different. So it's
They're a pretty cool build, really, because, like, I mean, I've looked at the rules. Like you said, there's always going to be a rule that you're like, well, fuck, I wish I could do this.
yeah, absolutely.
But if everybody got their way with the fuck, I wish I could do this, we're back to the mod class.
Yeah.
No, now
no,
you're
really,
back to
if
like
you look
5
at-
foot class.
Yeah.
If everybody builds by the rules and they tech fairly, I mean, it should be who can drive and who's got the better drive line, basically. The real
Until you get the fucking kill car.
Yep.
Like,
Yes.
Austin Johnson's
Yeah,
out there
exactly.
in a metric GM.
and there's some of those coming.
all them O3s out there are. That's exactly what they're going to be there.
Yeah, because if somebody's taking an 03 to a stock show,
They're not going to win.
the fuck no,
Absolutely
they're
not.
not.
They're going for
Absolutely not.
5 full sin bitches, and that's all they're taking.
If
That's all
they-
they're going for.
I'm hoping
Anybody that
I'm
takes
gonna
an
park behind
03,
Landon.
anybody,
Shield.
anybody that takes an 03, their first thought is, all right, I'm going to get this first hit, and it's going to be insane, because they're going to come off the fucking line wide open
Yeah.
and aim for whatever's across from them.
Yeah.
100%, like, that's what you're going to do. You're going to back up, and as long as you can turn one way or the other, you're like, all right, I'm going to do it again. And then after they back up again, they can still turn. They're like, fuck it, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah. They'll do it until they can't.
until they can't turn anymore. And then they're like, oh fuck, now I got to drive it with a transmission.
Now I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna do it again.
Now I'm gonna pinball it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's even though it's a little farther east of the P Hill, the Griggsville, Greene County, all that stuff. It's still you go over there and it's still you find some fucking wing nuts.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's
without a doubt.
in the heart of HRT territory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're right really in the middle of Illinois. You're gonna have the same wing nuts go there as P Hill and vice versa.
There's definitely a lot of good builders and good drivers that are running that bone stock class, for sure.
Now, one thing that's probably gonna throw you all a curveball is the track.
Yeah, it's like nothing you all have ever run on before.
I guarantee
And I
it.
can promise you that. It's really narrow.
Like
It's really long and narrow.
75-foot wide narrow.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I would say the narrowest track that you all have ever run on at any of my shows was 95 foot.
They'll run at Madison, and it's roughly 80 foot. So Madison's 80 by 130.
Right.
Well, what's the Moberly racetrack? It's actually pretty. It's not too wide. It's not.
Well, Moberly
narrow, I mean.
racetrack. The racetrack itself is 90 foot.
Oh,
Not counting where
So
the
it's similar.
victory circle
Yeah.
and shit is. So,
right.
I mean, yeah, you've got 90 foot of derby track width. Now you're talking 70 by 140. It's probably twice as long as it is wide,
Right.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But one thing that we noticed last year was a lot of guys were staying close to the walls, running lengthways or widthways. They were trying to stay out of the middle. Because we
And
for sure saw
Yeah.
Well, if you're in the middle, you're gonna get it from both ends.
Both ends.
there was dudes getting it from all four ways.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
gotta watch because I've seen several people that fucked up playing that edge game.
Yeah. You get screwed riding the wall.
Oh yeah.
Real
Car
quick.
died behind him. He didn't know it. He rips it in reverse. He has somebody run up with his
Yeah.
nose and wedges in between the concrete and this other car, dead car, and he was just done. You guys got some fellas that you know for this as well, right? Don't you got some guys down from around the Eldon area going?
Yeah, I think there's
Few of them
multiple
guys?
of them. I think there's 5 maybe going.
Which I mean Roy and them, they were
They ran last year. They
Yeah.
have the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt and Ben and Roy all three ran.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
you
because
got-
Matt was driving good, and then just fucking wide open.
Well, I think he got mad.
Yeah, he did.
or bored.
Or bored.
I have a tendency to do that.
You have a tendency to get bored
Yeah.
or mad.
Yeah, because you
I
got
get
to
bored.
live that 03 life there for a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah. I try to drive smart in it, but I just get bored.
Oh, not very many guys in 03 life says they get bored.
That's because I was trying to drive like I was in a regular new style. I was
Yeah,
trying to
we're-
keep the wheels under it.
I was gonna say because a couple of those times I was really afraid that you weren't gonna keep the wheels under it.
Yeah. Well,
You were
a couple
pretty
of those
fortunate
times I
with yours,
didn't.
though.
I had decent luck
Heath,
with it,
we had to fix something after every derby.
but yeah.
Good luck, yes, but there was something, a suspension that was broke every derby.
But usually it's what you were doing here in town last summer. I knew for a fact that you were gonna dump an entire spindle off of it. I knew it was coming. I was like, and now it's just a waiting game. I'm sitting up in my perch. I'm like, well, he's turning this son of a bitch. And it's going to come off. And it didn't. And he did it again. And it didn't.
Well,
And he
see,
kept doing it. And I thought,
yeah.
well, son of a bitch.
see, that was really my test run on it because none of us had ever ran one with stock suspension and everything on it. So that was really my test run. Once it got down, especially once it got down to me and Cody, I just decided that I was going to see how well the suspension really held up, and it hung in there for the first run. And then the next time I broke a rack, and then the time after that I broke a tie rod. So I mean, it's just all circumstantial or luck, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it just you could catch the wrong. You could do it. You can do it yourself. Hell, that's what I did in Slater. I just
Yeah, well,
I
fuck,
went-
you can do that on any.
Oh,
I
you-
mean,
you
any
can.
car. I mean, how many times have we seen, anywhere from Jake Reed, Teddy P, Rob, all them overextend a fucking wheel on a caddy,
yeah.
break a fucking ball joint. Done.
And most of them are running 700s in the front.
Yep.
To get it to slide so it won't dig into it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that's-
but you fucking take off and somebody comes in goofy and, well, I can't turn anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, the transition of what everybody has figured out. You got Rob and Teddy and them guys. They run the 700s on the caddies. Now we're seeing 23s on a caddy. So it doesn't dig. You used to see a lot of
Yeah, but
550s.
a lot of that comes with the rule changes too.
They got +2, +4 spindles. That's the only way.
Well, I mean, I'm not even talking with that. Whenever they're letting them build boxes for ball joints,
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whenever you start with that shit, they're dropping the suspension down and whatnot. They're getting the height out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of shit, whenever you see those 700s on stock spindles, they were doing it for bumper height.
Yeah.
And then it comes back to Alan Brown and his old iron. He doesn't want that. He wants that levelness,
Right.
which you can really see in your car, Cody. Your shit's pretty level compared to what it normally is. It's usually got a little bit of rake to it, but you really look like you paid attention.
The
to
old
keep
iron,
everything.
The old iron, I feel like the middle frame rails do need to be level, which is sometimes a struggle to get. I can get the front end height, but then it's more of a struggle to get the rear end height. But we've come across some things, and I
Fucking
think we've got
run
it
into
figured out.
that issue. Jesus Christ. Especially in a stock class. You can't do anything. I was like, how do I get this ass end up on this Mopar? And they're like,
Put lift blocks in it.
good luck. And I'm like, oh,
Not a 2x4, Steve.
I used a 4x4.
That's where it's
It was
nice to
treated.
have an abundance of wheels and tires. We've said it before. Remember,
Anybody that's Derbian has a fucking ass load of tires. They're there. I mean, you go out to my house and you can just you fucking turn around a corner. You're like, oh fuck, Derby tire.
No matter how many you have, though, you never seem to have the ones you really want for that car.
Well, it depends. Yeah. I went ahead and bought. This is my first set of 23s I bought for this bone stock class, mainly because of the track we're going to. Hard pack. They usually don't wet it down. I mean, last year whenever we watched, there was dust.
Oh yeah. And I've also seen there's 6 inches of water on that track.
Yeah, I hope that's
Dude.
not the case.
Which, looking
But
at the weather,
hold on, even whenever that shit had 6 inches of water on it, that motherfucker was still hard.
it was. They were just making
Waves.
boat waves.
Waves.
Yeah.
That
But they
was
were still going.
100%. Like, that motherfucker is almost like Paris's track. It's fucking hard. Like,
But that's another thing too. Is that's the kind of track I like. I like it hard but slick. Like Boone County's track. I thought Boone County was going to be a terrible track, but it was hard packed, but it was just slick on top,
Right.
and that's the perfect track for me, in my opinion.
Teddy almost crucified me over that.
Not that one. No, that was Paris. But that, what we really like is you get a little bit of slime, but then that slime goes down and churns that shit up, so it's got bite and not dust.
Yeah.
I hate fucking dust.
Well, a little bit of slime on top is a little bit easier on equipment,
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
you see a lot less broken tire rods and ball joints.
And you gotta
shit
kinda-
on the
Honestly,
track.
I liked Paris because we could start them out running the compacts because that's when everybody was trying to get their snacks, find a seat, all that shit.
God,
The compacts, we go ahead and get the track
Prepped.
working. Well, then we could go into the gut and go. Well, then we put just a little bit more water on it for them. And then by the time it come to the stock and the street stock class, that shit was nothing but tacky. And the shit was hooking. I mean, You went from they were out there in those front wheel drive, like, just blowing the tires off of them, to rear wheel drives, hooking and taking the fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, because Paris, honestly, the last show that we had there, like, if you didn't have a little bit of motor, like, you couldn't go. Like, you weren't just gonna blow the fucking tires off of it.
Yeah.
Now, I know you guys are really excited to check out that, 4-on-4 this weekend.
I think you can find that on the internet.
What's that?
The 4-on-4.
From last year.
No, it's like RedTube or something.
Oh my gosh.
Pornhub, maybe.
God damn it. Sorry, guys. Sorry, fellas.
It's a Brazzers exclusive.
But now
actually.
something that's a little bit different.
It's free on Easter weekend.
I'm glad there's not cameras in here tonight.
That's just what I heard. I didn't see it.
Give me your phone, dick.
I know how to delete my browser history.
Something that's a little kind of abnormal for you guys. Friday, this thing starts at 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's not something that you guys are used to. Saturday, it actually, the Power Wheels start at noon. So, Derby action is at 1. There's a reason being, if somebody doesn't know, Spring X got moved away from Champaign-Urbana because of the facility is so close to a residential area.
Noise ordinance.
Noise ordinance.
Yeah.
They promise you, and they will tell you at your driver's meeting, 10:30,
Shutting her down.
we're talking power shutdown, lights shut off. If you're on the track running, sorry about your luck. We'll see your ass in the morning.
Time to go to Roadhouse and drink big beers.
Yes. Which we need to figure that out too, because I hear the small beers and the big beers are the same goddamn quantity.
They are not. They're not, because I can drink more of the small ones than the big ones. I've already tested that theory for you.
But man, it's just you're gonna see Adam Craig Lemonadger. You're gonna see Bob Whitaker, Ryan Durham, Don Santel, Trevor Jones.
Yep.
Schaffner's.
Oh, Lukey Poo, as Dalen will call him. You're going to see some bad dudes.
I want to know if we're going to see the Traver with Crazy on the side of his car, or we're going to see the Traver that...
I love that Traver.
Well, the team name is Crazy Inc.
I know.
But there's a difference.
Yeah, there's an old school Traver that I originally got to see in 2016. And now there's a new school Traver. New school Traver cashes a lot more checks,
And he's a
but
fucking-
he ain't near as fucking fun to watch.
He got second or third in the Bone Sog last year, Trevor. did.
It was top 3.
Yeah, it was definitely top 3.
I want to
I
say
think
it
he
was.
got
I think it was third.
because
Yeah.
I think whoever won it was the one not on his lid at the end. No, he did win it. Whoever got flipped over, they flipped him back and he turned out winning. I can't remember who it was. And I don't want to, upset any fact checkers or nothing, so I'm not going to throw out any names. You guys got a guy going with you as a spectator and a hand. He is going to watch one particular class because this one particular class he signed up for Mayhem and he actually got in. Steven doesn't like compacts. We understand that. He has said that 1,004 times.
Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. If y'all are gonna talk about that, I'll be back.
Is that something that you guys are looking forward to watching as well, especially in like a team setting of this?
We'll watch it.
Gross.
No, you won't.
I'm not.
No, you won't.
Perfect time.
I
to go.
have nothing but good things to say about the Compact guys. I think they put just as much work and effort.
I didn't say anything about the guys. The cars are stupid.
Everybody's got their own thing that they like. It's just not what we like.
I enjoy watching who you're talking about, Blake. I do enjoy watching him run.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams that compact cars would be going for the same price as new style Fords?
I wouldn't have thought new style Fords would be going for old iron.
That's what I was gonna say. Everybody, I've said this before. Everybody thought I was stupid for paying, $7,800 for old iron. Now look, now they're paying $7,800 for new style. So
And $1,800 to $2,400 for old irons.
Yeah.
yeah.
Unless you're Cody Hendren and are willing to put 42 pounds of fucking patch plates in the floor.
You have to be. Unless you got deep
Unless
pockets.
unless you're rich,
Unless you got deep
or
pockets.
you're really lucky and you win a waffle for $20.
Yeah.
We know a couple of them assholes.
Those fucking raffles are stupid.
I think I got one of them $20 waffles, but I had to pay $1,500 for it.
Yeah. No, you got the trickle down from all that bullshit. That motherfucker's still making money off that shit.
Well, I guarantee it.
63X?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot
That
of shit he
motherfucker,
won.
that motherfucker tripped out there at Whiskey City, and I accidentally dropped a quarter in a fucking slot machine and won like $600. He texted me, and I was drunk and in bed. And my old lady was like, "Hey, Mike is texting you." I was like, "Yeah, the cocksucker probably won some money." She's like, "Oh yeah, that's what it says." I was like, "Don't text him back. If somebody robs him on the way back to the fucking hotel."
Thought maybe him and Twisted Tea were piled up in the fucking corner somewhere.
Rumor has it Twisted Tea's still missing to this day.
White Doug showed up. Yeah, White Doug is good. In case anybody missed that episode, we found White Doug.
Oh, fuck around.
It's your fault. For some reason, it's your fault. I don't know why. Did you buy the first round of beers?
Ah, fuck, I don't know. If it was, if we were at Big Al's, maybe.
Dudes, are you jacked? Are you jacked the fuck up? Are you ready? I mean, are you fucking
Really?
just ready to?
Really, no. I'm surprised. I'm not. Usually, I'm overwhelmed, but I'm pretty mellow this time. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I don't know if I'm just at that.
Calm before the storm.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just at that stage where it don't bother me as much, but I don't know. But I'm not like I told you before we went on air. Schaefer calls me 2 or 3 times a day. What are you doing? Or, did you test drive it today? Is it running good? Did you paint it? And
You ain't
I'm
painting, are you?
like, no, I'm leaving it
I
no
was gonna
paint.
say.
But no, I mean, I'm as ready as I can be, and I think by Friday I'll be getting there. But no, I mean, I'm excited to hang out with my friends and go compete. But no, I'm not real jacked up for whatever reason. I don't know what it is.
That's what the fuck I was more excited about than anything whenever we all went out to Whiskey City.
Right?
It's been a long fucking winter.
It's like
man.
it's like a mini vacation, yeah, and you get to see all your dirty buddies. Yeah.
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 I was ready to go drink beer and bullshit. Like, that's what I was ready to
I
do.
got the bullshit. I didn't get to drink no beer. But I'm serious, man. But the morning we were leaving, I was standing in this living room like a fucking kid on Christmas morning. I was giddy as shit, man. I was like, what the fuck?
And that might be what Friday. It might all hit me, and then I'll be like, holy shit. But
Yeah.
I mean, you got a 3.5 hour car ride, or truck ride there. So
Yeah.
you closer you get, it might be.
Hope your all's
Time to
fucking
wrap up.
traveling weather's better than ours was. Fuck.
That's why I'm glad I left Friday morning
It
for that
rained
part.
and fucking blew the whole way up there.
No, wind blew like a bastard, but it was Illinois, and you get on those awesome Illinois roads. I mean, they're just fucking premium. They really are. Does it matter if you run the first if you draw the first one or the second one?
no, I think we're set.
You're set.
Yeah, I think we're running Heat 1.
You are in one. You're in Bone Stock Heat
Yeah.
1.
Yeah. As far as we know, that's how it's going to be.
I hope so. I think that'd be better anyway. That way we don't have to watch and overthink. You know, if we watch another heat and then we'll probably start overthinking things. You know, that guy made that mistake.
Should I go change tires?
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't want
That's
to. I don't
how
want to
shit-
second
yeah.
guess myself. I just want to go there with the confidence I have and do what I need to do.
Was there any curveballs during this build process at all?
No, you know, whenever I went to Blizzard Bash, I called Landon, you know, and we already had our spots by the time I went there. So by Blizzard Bash, I was already buying stuff. We had to change our cage up a little bit, but I bought the material for our cars while I was at Blizzard Bash, so we had everything there. I did rebuild my motor this winter, and actually, Landon had to rebuild his motor, so we got all fresh stuff. The only curveball we had was Landon's transmission deal.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna say it. It's
Which is still curving.
Yeah, it's still curving.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
That's that dumb shit that happens. You thought it was the transmission itself, and it wasn't. I mean, you pulled it out 14 fucking times to find out
We
that it
dealt
was
with
just
that
a
shit.
converter.
Like, we dealt with
Yeah.
the same fucking
Yeah.
shit.
I've never seen that happen before, but Landon had that luck.
Yeah.
You better knock on some wood, motherfucker.
No, that's probably the main thing that's keeping me from being pumped. I'm just stressed out about that. Once that's taken care of and the test drive goes good, I'll be alright. I'll be at that point, but
Now, on one of the previous episodes that we did, these two were actually getting talked about a little bit, and somebody, when they heard that Landon signed up for Spring X, they didn't really think that would ever happen. What pushed you to that? Because Cody just said that was you. This was your idea, where we figured you'd be more just stay around the house, a little bit more local. And then the first show of 2023, you said "fuck it," and we're going to Champaign.
I don't know, man. I'm always down to try new things, run new places, run against new people.
I'm pretty sure it was his idea to run the two-man team show.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
yeah.
That was pretty close to home. Though.
I just love.
Pretty sure it was your idea to run the two-man extreme show. I'm pretty sure those were all your ideas.
It was for sure, and I'm the one really trying to push for running a 4-man team show next year too. I've really tried to push it this year, but we couldn't. We had some people that want to check it out first, and I was ready to jump in and get my ass kicked. I don't really care, but
It's just an ass
I just-
whooping.
I don't know. I just like trying new things and trying different ways, and you learn so much.
Before
you learn
I
so
sell
much
all
stuff.
my shit, I will run a team show. One time.
Yeah,
At least to say I did.
It's definitely experience. So.
it's I recommend
good
it,
experience.
for sure.
I just want to make sure that I got 3 teammates that's better than me.
That's always the goal, isn't it? I mean, no matter who you are.
Oh, fuck, we cashed a check, boys. Check out this trophy. This is whatever we want at team show.
As you're broke in the middle of the track.
Mine didn't make it back out, but you know.
Sorry, Trey.
No, I just like running against new people, and I enjoy running against people that are better than me. I pretty much every show I go to, there's always people that are better. So
We've hit on that so many times, even our local stuff, dudes. We've got some bad fucking cats around here.
oh yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
We got
sure.
big
No
name-
matter
big
what
names,
class.
yeah, big names.
Yeah, it's a stacked area. For
Yeah,
sure.
so
Midmo
everybody's
has
like,
some
"What?
really,
you
really
want to go to
good
such and such? Well, fucker, ain't gonna be nobody there until you show up, and you're like, oh shit."
Yeah,
Now we're fitting on seeing how good our shit is.
yeah. I just want to experience it all.
Just take it all in and
Yeah,
that's
just have a
that
good
thing.
time doing
If
it.
he wants to go run a mod show, I'm probably not going to go there.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that.
He don't want that.
That takes a special breed.
I would. Our local stock class is about as much as I want to do. I'm not even interested in the street stock class, really.
You did that. You guys
Yeah.
did that last
We
year.
did that.
I did. That's why I'm not interested in it.
Was that when you were pulling your glasses off from your helmet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've kind of figured that one.
The running wasn't even that bad. It's just a.
It's on a whole different level of build.
It is. It is.
And it wasn't really the build that bothered us, really.
No, I had fun building the car.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just more than I want to put in every time. Every
Yeah.
car. It's just
We didn't have the best of the best equipment out there, but that didn't really scare us.
no.
But
I mean,
you almost have to have that stuff when you're running that.
Yeah,
class.
but whenever you all were running street stock, and even in Palmyra, it wasn't the equipment that failed you.
No, it wasn't.
no.
It was numbers that got you.
Yeah.
That what we have found out on going to all these big shows to watch, you could probably count it on one finger. I usually say one hand. Whoever wins it ain't there by themselves.
Well, fuck no.
No.
Period.
Absolutely
And
not.
that's for any class.
Yeah.
You better have some homies with you. At least,
There is fucking strength in numbers.
yes.
At
Now,
least
I'm
somebody,
not
at least one good guy to watch your back.
I'm not saying that equipment doesn't play a role in it. I'm not saying that driving doesn't play a role in it. I'm not saying that your car doesn't play a role in it. I'm just saying that there are fucking strength in numbers. Now, have I seen 8 people take on 3 and lose?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that shit too.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't 8 on 1.
No. It doesn't matter if you show up with the baddest car there. If there's 8 built to the lowest part of the rules,
It's going to be hard to win.
it's going to be a rough ride.
Yeah, I mean, because we've seen 6-on-1. And you could, if you wanted to, you can get rid of that one really fast and not hurt your shit.
Oh, absolutely.
To do it. You can just get them drove up, put them on the dirt. Okay, now let's come over here and play.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping nobody's meme-worthy on the opposite end. You know, because this facility is known to get some memes made out of it.
Definitely some viral videos and shit that have
Yes.
come out of that show.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that's not the... Unless it's on the good side. You know, unless it's on the giving instead of the receiving. Man, I'm wound up. Some other dickhead don't get to go.
Hell, I'm gonna run a local show.
Oh! There is
Oh,
one coming
We're
up.
going to give a
Competition's
shout out.
leaving.
We're going to give a shout out to that.
There is one coming up.
Yeah.
Cabin Fever.
Or however it's spelled. Where'd y'all go?
Nowhere. Sorry. Let me clear my throat. But yeah, there's a Derby in Sturgeon this weekend. This thing's gonna air Thursday. So if somebody doesn't want to partake in going to Spring X, a kick-ass show that it's gonna be for 2 entire days, go to Sturgeon. I think they've got 3-4 classes.
Yeah.
Something like that. Hobo stock, maybe, and
If we wasn't going to Spring X, we would have liked to go to that show, and we wish them the best. We really do, because I know Will has put a lot of time and effort in it. I know he has.
it's just hard. I'm gonna say it. It is hard to build with the differences in the rules for this year. It is hard to build to run one show.
Well,
Unless you're willing to build up after
down.
that one show
Or
or
down.
down.
Mm-hmm.
That takes us a little bit more special.
I'm gonna
patience.
say that it's hard to build a fucking show, regardless of the rules.
I guarantee that.
Yeah, you're right.
That shit
well,
doesn't happen overnight.
he's promoted it to the most of his capabilities. I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah.
he's posted about it. I think every day.
Well, I know that I learned the hard way that you can't rely solely on Facebook.
Oh no, word of mouth is still a lot. Because with our Facebook feeds,
Yeah.
you can post something, Lana can post something, and Cody can post something. And I might not see that son of a bitch for 3 days.
Right.
Because it say you might like this. I don't give a fuck about Gordon Ramsay's Hell Kitchen. I don't care. Evidently, Facebook thinks I do. You know, so that word of mouth that does go a long ways. Just the word of mouth that you were talking about right when we started this thing, I hadn't even heard yet
Yeah.
about a derby getting moved
Right.
because it's not on their social media page yet.
Right.
I heard about it.
You know, so the word of mouth.
There ain't no rules on their social
I
media
heard about it.
page.
There's not.
Just run what you run.
Well, yeah, that's what Steven says. Fucking build it and just cut when you get there.
Well, that's what I said. Nobody ever corrected me in the.
What is that 8-inch pipe coming down out of there? I don't know. It wasn't in the rules.
Didn't say you couldn't.
That's right. That's a gray area.
Well, it ran last weekend.
Is that your favorite?
Oh, fuck me.
Well, so and so let me do it last
Well,
weekend.
this isn't so-and-so's fucking show.
Yeah. So and so let a lot of shit in. But
I'd just like to meet that other guy. Just one time.
just once.
Yeah. Well, he said I could do it. Who the fuck was he? Show him to me. Well, I don't know. I called him.
I got the text. I got the screenshot.
Show it to me.
Yeah, that shit happens all the time.
Oh, well, I don't know. I can't find it.
Oh, I got a new phone. Must be on my old phone. Yeah. But dudes, we hope we hope you have a great experience. We do. We hope to bring home some hardware. Anytime these out-of-state shows happen, without a doubt, we want the Missouri boys to bring the hardware and the money home. We know it's going to be a little bit rough for you on this one because, I mean, you can look at
It's
that
new.
list. It's new to you guys. You can look at that list, and there's a lot of Illinois guys there.
Oh yeah.
That has never played out real well for me. Hopefully, better luck.
Just like Whiskey City, we thought it was kind of it got played out a little bit different than what we figured it was going to get played out. We wasn't expecting Illinois versus Missouri at that point in time, but that's how it came down. So I probably wouldn't hold my breath that this one ain't going to come down the same way. So
It was like they knew. like an unspoken bond.
Hey, everybody's got a pecking order.
Have you ever tried to put two magnets together?
on the same ends,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like that. Like whenever they go to hit each other. Oh, Missouri.
Well, there's Greg. Greg needs to go on his side.
Yeah, here, we're just going to turn that motherfucker up.
But yeah, man, we hope everything goes great.
We're going to have a good time regardless. I guarantee you that.
That's all that matters.
That's our main goal. Just go have a good time.
Mini vacay.
So is that your all's closing argument on that?
What's that?
Did
Just
they have a good
gonna
time?
Oh, yeah. We're going to have a good time.
Hopefully you're there for a long time, though.
We hope.
That's always the hope.
I do have a little closing statement. I want to thank Sam Williams for all the support that he has thrown our direction and reaching out, and hopefully the ventures to come with him.
Yeah, that hasn't been aired or nothing, and it's not going to get aired.
No. I just wanted to,
Yet. But they're, what'd you call it, a venture?
yeah,
Hopefully that venture actually takes flight of what was spoken
right.
a while back, and if it does, it'll be badass.
Either way, still support the dude 100%.
We're still going to support the dude at Pecatonica, even though we're not going to be there.
Right. Well, we'll push the shit out of the show.
Yeah. Like he said, we get to go to Nebraska. We get to go to Border Wars. We get to collab with some Nebraska boys.
Yep.
Hang out with them. We'll have some merchandise up there too. We'll do some interviews and some podcasts, and
we'll definitely still be viewing Pecatonica.
And hopefully see a badass derby.
Watch me get junked again. It'll be fun.
Well, just don't get pushed up on the fucking dirt, stupid.
We'll see. Sometimes I'd almost rather be there.
I mean, if you would have stayed in the car, you had a killer seat.
Fuck that. Did you see what they were doing in my car after I got out of it?
Well, sir, do you have any last words for these gentlemen?
Good luck, boys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Make jump, boys.